What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. So if you didn't already know, last week was Monterey Car Week and a bunch of manufacturers got there together and released a whole bunch of cool cars. So this year I wasn't able to actually go, but next year I am planning on actually going to the show to meet all the manufacturers and see all the cool cars that they're announcing next year. But in this video I would like to go over some of my favorites, really 5 really cool ones that I thought came out this year. So before we begin, there was a bunch of cars that got released, so I'm only going to go over my favorite 5, but I do have a list of honorable mentions that I want to go over before we hop into my list. The Urus Performante by Lamborghini, the Hennessy Venom F5, the Aston Martin DBR 22, also a couple of DeLorean concepts. Now these cars were all really cool, but I didn't think that they made my top 5 list, even though they were still really awesome cars that came out. So we're going to start off the list with the brand new Porsche GT3 RS. So this car has a 518 horsepower, naturally aspirated, 4.0 liter V6 engine. It comes with all brand new aero and suspension all along the wing and in the front. You can definitely tell there's a big difference between the 991.2 GT3 RS, which is this one, and the older GT3 RS. And it looks pretty insane. Now the GT3 RS is known for being literally a street legal race car. So they haven't done all the testing and the times for this new one, but I know that whenever it gets to the Nürburgring, it's probably going to break the record. So the next car is going to be the Bentley Mulliner Batur. So Bentley's only going to be making 18 units of this car. 18, that's pretty crazy. I think that's one of the smallest numbers that I've seen Bentley actually make in a group. Normally it's like 1 of 500, 1 of 999, but 1 of 18, that's really small amounts. It's also going to be just under $2 million for a Bentley, which is insane. The Bentley is going to have a W12 engine with 730 horsepower. That's, for a big body Bentley, that's crazy that it's going to have that big of an engine and be that fast. Also, a fun fact about this Bentley, it's going to take 6 months to hand make this car. This car is going to be handmade, and it's going to take 6 months for them to make it by hand, which is just incredible. Also, all 18 of these Bentleys have already been sold before they even released the car, and that goes for almost the rest of this list, is that all of these cars were already sold before they even came out. So the next car on my list is going to be the Koenigsegg. This is the Koenigsegg CC850, and this car is completely insane. I can guarantee you've never seen anything like this. So this car actually pays homage to another car that Koenigsegg has already released. It looks very similar to the original CC8S, which is one of Koenigsegg's original cars. So they're only making 50 of these cars, so it's another minimal numbered car. But it has very similar characteristics as the older cars with the dihedral doors, but this one comes with a twist. It's not only an automatic, but it also has a 6-speed manual transmission. They're calling this the engaged shift system, which basically means that you'll have a clutch and a manual, and you'll be able to go through all 6 gears, but if you go all the way to the right and down, it'll just go into automatic. And you don't even need to use the clutch pedal anymore, which is, I don't think that I've ever seen a car have that. Not only does this car come with a really cool transmission, but it's also a twin turbo V8 putting out almost 1,400 horsepower. I don't think there's very many manual cars that have 1,400 horsepower straight from the manufacturer. I mean, it's Koenigsegg, they're always doing something crazy. With the Regera, it's got 1 gear, this one has 6 gears and automatic, so I can't even imagine what they're going to make their next car. This is already insane. Along with the Bentley, all of these are already sold out. So coming in at number 2 on my list is the brand new McLaren Solus GT. Now, if you haven't seen a picture of this car is probably the most crazy looking car on the list. It looks like straight out of a video game. I remember Lamborghini came out with a Vision GT looking car that came from one of the old racing games, and I looked at it and I was like, holy cow, this looks very similar to it. So this is another really cool car. It's going to be a 5.2 liter V10. That's McLaren putting in a V10. Only 25 of them are going to be built, so another really small, limited number car. It's going to have 830 horsepower and cost $3.5 million. million. Like I said with the Koenigsegg, how it was really cool transmission and how it had the automatic and manual. This one doesn't have that, but this car actually revs up to 10,000 RPM. Well, literally, like, my truck revs up to like 6,500. People love the GT3 RSs because you're revving it up to like 8,000, 8,500. This revs up to 10,000. 10,000. Along with the other cars, these are pretty much already sold out or spoken for. I think I'm catching a trend. So rounding out the number 1 spot on my list is the Bugatti Mistral W16. Man, this thing is insane. If you haven't already looked at the pictures, there's not another car that I think looks like this. And it's crazy because this is just another thing that Bugatti is just taken to the next level. You know, Bugatti's already one of my favorite manufacturers. I've gotten a chance to drive the Chiron a good amount, and I just can't even imagine what this is going to be like. So, this is a very similar engine that they've been producing since 2005. Their W16 has been in the Veyron, the Chiron Super Sport, all of the cars. And now they're putting it into a roadster version, which is crazy. So this car is going to have 1,600 horsepower. It's going to be a very similar engine from the Super Sport. There's going to be 99 examples, so less than 100. So pretty much all these cars, there's going to be less than 100 of them made, except for the GT3 RS. There will be a decent amount of those made. But these are all very, very limited and rare cars. So the goal of Bugatti when making this car, I think not only because Bugatti wants to be the fastest, but they want to be the fastest roadster out there. There is not another convertible out there with 1,600 horsepower that they're thinking that they're going to make the speed record on this one, because this one's going to be pretty fast. So unlike the other cars being very expensive with $1 million, $2 million, $3 million price tag, Bugatti's Mistral W16 is going to cost $5 million. And I think that's just the base spec. You could probably $5.5, $6 million for a car. $6 million. You could buy like 5 SVJs for that. You could buy 20 Porsche GT3 RSs for that. You could probably buy 2 of these McLaren Solus GTs for that. I mean, shoot, 5 Sennas. Look how many cars you could have for just this one Bugatti Mistral W16. But would you rather have one car that's just the best car ever? Or would you rather have 20 supercars? I mean, that's up to you. That's up to you. I will say one thing about this Bugatti is that you might be seeing it on this channel in the future. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Alright guys, that's going to round out this video today. Let me know what your favorite car was and if I missed any cars from Car Week. I definitely like a lot of the other ones I didn't have in this video, but these were just the 5 that really stood out to me. Of course, the Porsche GT3 RS is going to make a huge name. I'm probably going to start seeing those pop up all over the place. But these other ones are going to be so rare that I don't even know if I'll ever get to see any of these, except for maybe the Bugatti. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below what your favorite car in this group was. Please let me know. Let me know if I missed some too. These were just my favorites, but they released a whole bunch of cars out there. I'm sad that I wasn't able to go this year, but I will definitely be going in the future. Alright guys, that's it for this video. We'll see you in the next one. Peace!